We have dog versus bear scenario here, but that's one French bulldog chasing away two cubs. It's got guts, if I would say so myself. Five wild dogs decided to hunt down crocodiles. They scout the watering hole. They secure themselves. And, well, they changed their minds. Let's just drink water instead, they said. Baby pandas are known to have a hard time surviving in the wild. And here, we see one in captivity already proves that it can get worse. Long-time rivals. A ferret challenges a cobra in a fight. Its fast moves and quick bites pack a punch. But as much as I want to root for the ferret, the cobra was still able to sneak in a bite with a face jab. The ferret retreats. Canines versus feline. These dogs attacked a cat to get to something. The kitty was all good, but still wanted more and came charging back. He was lucky this time, but I won't be doing that if I were a cat. Goose versus man. Well, we all know how this ends up. Here's a cockfight, but with a new challenger. The rooster is agitated, but the cat seems to love making trouble. There's no backing out when the camera's rolling, I say. Hawks normally prey on other birds and smaller ones at that. But this one miscalculated and didn't see the giant rooster at the back, ready to defend its turf from this flying hunter. Chicken got wings too, you know? Engine down! A bird seems to have fallen from a nest, or maybe had a flight problem. And now it gets more interesting. A doe starts prancing nearby and actually finishes off the poor bird. I thought deer were harmless in most cases, but this particular one is savage. Look at it, pinning the wings down and going for a clap with those hooves. I'd hate to be that bird right now. A giant elephant wants to take a sip of water, but his way is being blocked by hippopotamus who decide to stand against the right-of-way. They tread slowly to show dominance. And yeah, the elephant was just joking and, I guess, gave them a wake-up call. Buzz off! A mantis facing off with a dangerous lizard of prey. Whoops! Whoa, hold up! That ain't right. That lizard messed with the wrong mantis. Scorpions are formidable hunters, but ant venom is no joke. This one came into the wrong neighborhood. This cobra scored some food and wanted to save some for Thanksgiving. But this won't be as easy as it looks. A raven deviates from scavenging and tries to hunt. But it miscalculated and faced the wrong chicken. The cage is not a place for a raven. This trainer is minding his own business with the white lions. when a leopard thought of pouncing anyway. Luckily, Tigger was friendly enough to stop him. A wolf tries to capture a moose, but does it in the wrong terrain. The water gives the tall moose the advantage to slap the hell out of the doggo. This crocodile is on the hunt and captures a zebra for its meal. The problem is, he just had to take a bite off the wrong leg. The zebra escapes and saves its hide. A herd of wildebeest mixing with zebras, and one of the striped horses sucker punched the other team. Ever thought of the day of being mangled by your prey? Here's a donkey straddling a hyena out of the way. Rottweilers are dangerous dogs when loose, but this goat tells his master, "Let go of me and let me at him." Well, Horns wins the day, I guess. Cobras and mongoose are really incompatible. This time though, they're equal in strength and tactics. With a bite and roll they go. This looks like a serene view. As the deer takes a drink, and whoa! That croc came out of nowhere. Thanks to its reflexes, the deer saved its ass. This buffalo was locked on by the bear, and bits of it were being gnawed down from behind. But he gets a comeback and gets to point the horns where they should be. The bear tired itself out and quits. Broken bones aren't worth it, I guess. A pride of young lions hunt down a wildebeest. They got it by the reins already, but this one just seems to be stronger than the usual. Struggling for its life, it sets itself free and tastes freedom once again. A fox has found its way to a barn. He spots chicken and the hunt goes on. Or, we'd like to think it did. But his best friend the hound has already moved on with life. Friendship has been severed that day. Or, so I like to think. The majestic cheetah, charging in to at least grab a morsel of those baby wildebeest.
Oh man!
A bird of prey swoops in for the kill. But little did it know that your friendly neighborhood goat is nearby. Picking up the pace, he saves the hen's life. Intruder alert! A fox enters the wrong home and finds itself thwarted by the owner's big dogs. You messed with the wrong house. This hyena is finally starting to chow down its meal, but opted to show an incoming thief who's the boss. But signs of life came back to this lucky deer, and the tables have turned. Nobody gets a meal today. A young boy was almost attacked by a bear, but thanks to a kind passerby who went out of his vehicle and spread his arms to show the bear who's the boss of this town. That actually worked. Whew. Hold on to your horses and grab onto your handrails as this cat fights for its life against the dingo. Those painful bites and pulls will really get you going. Will this kitty survive the ordeal? Keep watching to find out.
Nice.
A wimbo up, a wimbo up, a wimbo up. Well, someone forgot to sing their theme song.
Uh-oh!
Simba and Nala landed on the wrong side of the road. "Get a room," says the tank with really sharp horns. Porcupines, porcupines. This leopard has got to realize he went against the wrong opponent. This yappy dog is lucky that he's facing one very patient bear. One swipe could tear him apart, but hey, bluffing comes a long way. These electric eels, they can charge up to 650 volts and even kill humans. Well, this Cayman didn't get the memo and had a first-hand experience of electrocution in water by a meal. A man jumps in to save his dog from the grips of this kangaroo. That chokehold was intense, but the kangaroo messed with the wrong dog and his owner, and realizes it after receiving a clean right hook to the face. I guess that did the trick, eh? The front side looks like a meal, but the back side is definitely not something to play with for porcupines. But this leopard, even with his bloody paws, is either brave and hungry or plain desperately stupid. The big kitty thought she already got a meal on the plate, but the husband arrives and flips her like a pancake. This impala almost got served after that small slip while running away from the cheetah. That double Mac Flippy was a game changer. Hear your heart pound as you watch this. This was supposed to be an easy meal as a couple of lions pin down a buffalo, but the cry of the wild receives an answer, and the herd comes to the rescue. I guess getting holes in the body aren't really worth a meal in exchange.
Uh-oh!
Did you know that rabbits' feet are considered good fortune of luck? Watch this jackrabbit escape from the claws of death as birds of prey swoop down and try to snatch it away, but fail.
I'm coming for you!
Here's an intense encounter between a honey badger and a boa constrictor. These danger noodles wrap around their prey and crush them, but this honey badger is made from tough hide and sheer will. A fox tries to referee, but even after escaping the deathlock, the badger goes for round 2. You messed with the wrong meal, you slithering noodle. A lion is sunbathing on a fancy rock in the middle of a river, but the herd of hippos aren't having any of it. Taking on 10 hippos, this turns into a flight for life from those big jaws and teeth.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do? We swim.
A snake thought he was finally getting a decent meal of a bunny, until suddenly the alpha rabbit arrives and frees his mate. I thought that was over, but the snake messed with the wrong fluffy critter, cause this one's relentlessly not had enough of him yet. You've won already, save it for another day. We have another big kitty trying to pounce on an unsuspecting honey badger. But remember, honey badgers don't back down easily. The lion says, "Why are you running?" But we all know the answer to that.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
This orca's baiting a couple of birds with a fish. Imagine that. Having wings doesn't mean you'd always get away by flying. Shamu's got lunch now.
Nice.
Penguins look like yummy meals in the cold, icy land of Antarctica, and these kuas usually prey on them. But staying in numbers will save you from the cold winds and these cold-hearted hunters.
Help me! Help me!
Crocodiles are river monsters, but these lions had a game plan to take one down. Hard to say who gets a win with 3 versus 1. Timon and his pals, the meerkats, usually run from predators, but this king cobra came in at the wrong time. Meerkats aren't cats, but curiosity kills the cat, they say. I wonder if it works with them and this venomous hissy nope. These gill sharks, also known as cow sharks, are dangerous predators, but not for these orcas. With a bite force of 19,000 psi, twice stronger than a crocodile, they take more than a nip on these scaly fish. This monitor lizard has nothing to lose as it defends itself from this leopard, waiting for the right time to take a swipe on it. But that ain't gonna happen if your life's on the line. Eyes on me or leave, says the lizard. Let's move on to this boa constrictor, thinking of having bats for supper. These giant golden crown flying foxes are the right size to fill one's belly. But like all other hunts, you have to make it right to get it right.
Wow!
These young cheetahs try to tackle down an impala, but they messed with the wrong opponent because those horns aren't just for display. A honey badger being bullied by these hyenas. Little did they know that these critters will fight anybody, like anybody. Have you ever seen two brothers fighting and the older one pins his kid brother's ass? Well, here you go. Hey, look, a cat. Let's scare the furballs out of him. Whoops, not this time. Look, the tallest bird and mammal having a go with their long legs. A pride of lions ganging up on this poor buffalo. But here comes the cavalry to save the day. Take that, kitties! This warthog is having enough of a bad day with a leopard, and a hyena making an entrance makes it even worse. Guanacos are tall animals like llamas, but hey, look at it slam this puma repeatedly as it tries to have a taste of that long neck. Adult gators will eat you alive, so here's a heron wise enough to prey on the babies instead. Poor snap puppies. Speed is for running, but technique and weight makes this camel's jiu-jitsu invincible against this horse. I say put him in a cage and let me make a bet. The majestic secretary bird is hunting prey when another tries to join in and get a kill steal. Man, that rabbit was ridden off by the secretary. A crocodile out of its habitat is facing off with a group of lions. I thought they were scary enough in water, but even the lions are scared of it on land. Sheesh. Bats and magpies are never really loved that much, but here's a scene of them fighting over who's the worst. Poor wingless rodents stood no chance. A kangaroo can knock your teeth out, but this goat and its horns ain't having it any other way. Come at me, bro!
Round 1. Fight!
Here's a lion attacking a crocodile in its natural habitat. Giving payback for earlier, bro! Look at this tiger sneaking up on this black bear. Gotta work on those stealth skills or you're going home empty-handed.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
You see, tigers are massive muscular cats with great camouflage and size. Yeah, look at the size of these fellas. The black bear earlier found its way to another feline's turf. Not on my watch, says the kitty.
Oh my God!
Hyenas from the canine family are playful, but it can become nasty when it starts targeting the jugular. This dog enters the wrong neighborhood and pow! The monkeys gang up on him with the homies. This lioness was taking it cool in this fight until she lets getting distracted get the best of her. The wildebeest and its horns did the rest of the talking. They said hunting in packs is better, but this mongoose proves this group of lions wrong.
Come on, come on. Kill me, I'm here, kill me!
Two elephant seals and their rivalry. Giant creatures going at each other. First one to bleed out loses. Look at the size of that swan. Looking down on his opponent, the dog scurries away. Buffaloes are giant grass eaters, but these tanks are not to be messed with. A pack of wolves might try to pick on them, but a one-on-one match is never going to end up good.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly.
Cats are truly one of the worst enemies for snakes. Take a load of this lynx slapping the life out of this horned viper. These majestic cheetahs, tired of small prey, now go for wildebeest. One alone can't do it, but 3 makes the dream team indeed. Hunting is such a dangerous job. You wouldn't want to be sent flying by your prey, like this lion being tossed in the air by a buffalo. Wolves tend to chase their prey, but this wolf had his waiting for him. Mama sheep ain't having any of that big bad wolf day. The intense rivalry among these rams can split skulls. Like, literally split them. That concussion is hurting my brain. Snakes prey on most small animals, but this one messed with the wrong squirrel this time. That long, slender body's gonna have bite marks for sure. Winning a fight doesn't always spell victory, and this predator made his point that staying alive is enough of a win. This giant croc doesn't scare this dogo. Some barking and sheer guts turn the predator into prey. This is a warning to never leave your chicks unattended. They're just so cute and squishy. And hey! Whoa! Chewy too, I guess. Having horns really releases the devil in some animals, and this goat's got the balls to mess with others 3 times his size. One rule in the wild is to never let anyone prey on your backside, and this caracal is showing us just how to prevent jackals from turning him into minced meat. A rock lying around can't hurt you, unless it's one of those fake rocks that turn out to be snapping turtles in disguise. Look at it scare the milk out of these cows. We have another snapping turtle here who survives the rumbling of hooves from these horses. It's just so hard to be small, you're never out of danger. Cats and mice are common enemies, but man, look at that flightless bird of prey swoop down and apply some power slams on the poor mouse. Breakfast is served. Check this eagle out, trying to assert dominance in the lake he fishes in against these uninvited guests. These young lions try to cross a river searching for their next meal, but they weren't expecting a charging hippo to be swiftly rushing their way. One retreats, while the other 2 fight for dear life and get to shore. I don't know what this owner's doing. Madly hissing cats are not good for your dogs. This poor Nyala has to face off 2 deadly enemies, the African wild dogs and a territorial hippo. We've caught up with this ferocious fight between a tiger and a bear. Fortunately, the bear scores another day to live. This chameleon does his best to fight off a hungry snake. Poor reptile looking like a juicy meal under the hot sun. Pick on someone your own size. A rhino should definitely not be challenging an elephant twice its size with weaponized tusks. When I see a cobra, I yell help! But this squirrel's got guts, using its bushy tail to distract the cobra's strike. This poor iguana had a face-off with a raccoon. Normally, lizards can get their tails cut off to distract the pursuers, but it just wasn't effective this time.
Ha! Got him! Ha! Got him!
A square between a boar and a hog. That's over 100 kilograms of pork beating each other up. Fortunately, Mommy Pig won this round. Big Cat versus House Cat. The staring challenge is on. I bet that hissing surprised the tiger though. Capybaras are the biggest rodents on the planet, almost the size of a pig. It must have been a real catch for this big kitty.
No! God, please, no!
Oh, how the turntables. The hunter has become the hunted. Nobody's messing with these street rats, not even cats. Zebras can be described as striped horses, known to be wilder as they pack a walloping kick and nasty bites to their rivals. We are witnessing a fight between a vixen and a badger over who owns the den. Badgers have tough hides, and foxes can be easily killed if not careful. Caracals are expert hunters, capable of jumping 10 feet high to catch birds. They don't even stand a chance. A fateful day for these seals, trying to outswim orcas, also known as killer whales. Orcas tend to play with their meals and fling them high to knock them out and confuse them before they do their finishing touches. This green tree snake caught an unexpected frog. Fortunately for the frog, dangling while being bitten gave it a chance to drop and escape. Watch this antelope outmaneuver this lion, a fake shift like an NFL star running back.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
I'm starting to wonder over which of them is supposed to be the meal. The hyena certainly looks donkey-handled. A show of strength from this rhino tossing and turning this buffalo who just realized that he's no match for a 3-ton gray armored beast. Ooh. This dog came in to test his skills, fighting off 4 felines at a time. He indeed stood his ground until rescue came. A wild warthog fighting for his life against this leopard, but the wrong spinning move got him in a chokehold. Did you know that hippos cause most of the deaths in Africa? That's right. When you see one of these, you better run. This crocodile thought it had an easy meal, but it seems that the pack of baboons were more than ready to defend each other from the scaly predator, scratching and biting it until it swims back to the waters. These eagles are fighting back against the invader Mama Bear and her cubs as spectators. This boa constrictor wasn't fast enough to escape the jaws of a jaguar. Its claws and teeth bared into the snake. Thanks to the God-given hard shell, this turtle was able to escape the jaws of this shark. You'd never want to mess with these pack of baboons. They're so fast and ready to strike anytime. This poor buck of an elk was hunted down by a bear. Those antlers didn't stand a chance as the bear rolled him over in the water. This monkey angered the poor kitty by biting its tail.
Ouch!
Birds of prey are fast and accurate as they hold down these snakes before they even get to strike. A wolverine with its tough hide and big appetite, ready to munch on an unsuspecting snake. We see here a leopard chasing these wild ducks. Easy prey, happy day. A horse is forced to train its running because of the cruel rooster chasing it. A mama cat ready to claw out the eyes of this dog that tries to approach her and her kitten. A cheetah, the fastest land animal, tries to take down a wildebeest, but fails and turns tail as it gets chased by its own prey.
Uh-oh.
Here's an elephant keeping at bay a hippo that wants some of that meat, but too afraid to bite. A pack of wild dogs ganging up on a giant otter. Cautious enough because this giant otter is a savage itself. A monitor lizard mistakenly entered a croc's territory. The ferocious croc got it on hold by the leg and slams it around the beach. This woodpecker has no intention of sharing its meal with a hungry and curious squirrel. A coyote is no match for a bobcat that moves with lightning speed. Back to the savannah with this crocodile who landed on the wrong shore and had to face a pride of lions by itself. The poor leopard didn't stand a chance against these buffaloes and their heavy horns. These angry crocs are showing dominance by swaying their heads, ready to bite any time. Porcupines are able to detach the spines of their backs when predators attack. This leopard didn't get the memo the first time. The curious goat gets head slapped by this cat. He just wanted to say hello. Cat got your tongue? More like a crab got your tongue. This poor puppy learned about crabs the hard way. Ouch! This unsuspecting mother did its best to defend its calf against a charging leopard who almost got the baby carried away.